Welcome back to Mannheim, Germany, everyone, for some continued Fistball action here at the 2023 World Championships as we continue with some President's Cup action. The Wombats from Australia taking on the Red Jellyfish of Belgium. Belgium, the late addition to this World Championships after an unfortunate circumstance with the Indian visas, despite the efforts of the IFA to get them here. Fortunately, we're able to see the Belgian team in action. Australia finished second place in their Group C behind New Zealand after picking up wins against the Czech Republic and Japan. They'll face a tough Belgian squad who were placed just ahead of Australia in the last edition of the Fistball World Championships in Winter Tour, finishing 15th, Australia 16th. So Australia looking to improve on their placement from last time. But they'll face an always tough Belgian squad. So we can take a look at the starting lineups. Captain Sander Koyen anchoring their defense. We'll also see Bert Stolen, Matthijs van Ranst, Martin van Stee, and Joran van Mel. For the Wombats, we'll see Nila Pudal back in the starting lineup after a string of good service performances from him. He'll be joined up front by Louis Jupp, and in the back, John Yao and Josh Bevis in the corners, with Emlyn Evans returning to the starting lineup in the middle. Australia dropped their crossover match against Argentina in straight sets, really struggling in the wet conditions, and unfortunately for them, they're gonna have to play in the wet again as the rain is falling down again here. So we'll see if they can adjust defensively, as we see Matthijs van Ranst starting the game with a short middle ball picked up by Emlyn Evans, and we'll see which one of these teams can put together some better moments and apply pressure. First point of the match going to Belgium. Solid hit to the near side from Matthijs van Ranst. So the serve going back into the hands of Nila Pudal. Oh, and the shot was really nice. The cut shot over the net, bending out of bounds on the near side. And the hit out of bounds puts Team Australia on the board. Serve to the back line, mishandled there by Josh Bevis. Let's see if Australia can take advantage of the easy ball from Belgium. Diving effort there by Bert Stolen. And the short ball from Nila Pudal falls for another Australia point. It's much better from Josh Bevis. Set's really close. Nila Pudal, though, happy to leap into the air, take that one on the full, as they like to say. It's a nice set from Louis Jupp, who was a bit under duress, and great strike there from Nila. Hitting down into the court and causing problems for the Belgian defense in this wet playing surface. On the short ball effort from Louis Jupp there. Too short, giving Belgium a point. Good depth on the serve from Nila Pudal. Enough to force the Belgian error. Good push to the front from Josh Bevis. Nila Pudal sneaking one over the line, catching Belgium off guard. Sending the set over on two. Cheeky play. That serves too far from Matthijs van Ranst. Just send that one a bit too far. Placement serve falling in for another Belgian point. Even game now, 6-6. And a nice serve again from Nila Podol down the far side. His preferred area of the court. Really feeling comfortable hitting to that side. Good hustle there from Australia's number 6 to keep that one in play. And a nice choice to drop that one in short. Timeout called here by Belgium, their team down 9-5. Nice diving effort there from Josh Bevis. Difficult set there though from John Yao, just managing to send that one over. Opportunity here for Belgium. That's too far though. Out the back line from Mattis van Ranst. Set point for Australia here. They're looking to go further in the President's Cup, looking to place higher in the standings. Would be a really nice result for Australia to advance. Nice set for Belgium. See what they can do. Good strike to the back line at the feet of Josh Bevis. It looks better from Belgium. That ball just a bit too long. Serve from Nila Podol. Just needs to find one more good serve in him to finish this set out. that's enough to finish the set. Australia taking the first one by a score of 11-7. Australia managing the weather a bit better than they did in their match against Argentina. Belgium, though, still looking to get their footing in the match. And Australia starting off the second set well. Serve from Lapudal's a good one. Is it striking from a high angle and driven into the grass, skipping away from the Belgian defense of Sander Koyen. First touch from John Yaw. And the set from Emily Evans is a decent one. Good push to the back line. Lapudal playing a really clean game so far. Just driving that ball into the field. Would be a really nice result for this Australian team, as they would love the potential to play in the SAP Arena in the President's Cup final. That ball just a bit too far outside, though. Winner of this game will face the winner of Japan and Namibia coming up later today. And the serve from Lapudal. Straight down the middle, but just inside the back line. Making sure to keep his feet behind the line on the serve. And the first touch from Lewis Jupp is just out of bounds. Unfortunate break for Australia, but good pressure on the Belgian service. And And that one's just a bit too far this time. Another well-placed shot deep to the back line. Mishandled there by Sander Koyen. And the slick ground causing fits for Josh Bevis in the back as the serve from Joran van Mel. It's hit in a nicely placed deep area. It's a nice hard strike from Belgium, but taken nicely out of the air by Emlyn Evans, and Lewis Jupp hitting that one underneath the line. Wanting to do a more aggressive attack, but from a low angle off the net. Just want to simplify things a little bit, send it over, live to fight another day. This time we'll see Lewis Jupp getting an opportunity to serve. Right down the middle. And the first touch from Belgium just rolling over the net for Australian point. All knotted up, 5-all, as we see a substitution for Belgium. We'll see Jory Mertens entering the game for Sander Koyen. Oh, well done from Australia to keep that one in play. And a nice snap of the wrist. Strike down into the field. Out of play. Well done, Mattis van Ranst. Wonderful deep serve there, Lewis Jupp. Both these teams looking content to hit the ball hard and into the field. As I say that, a short ball for Nila Pudal to get underneath. Sets far off again for Lewis Jupp as he sends it over underhand this time. It's a really tight set. Belgium just pushing it over, but an opportunity here. Oh, and it's in play. The push deep to the back line, just landing in bounds. Emlyn Evans from way downtown. Again, the serve from Joran van Mel directly at Lewis Jupp and out of bounds for another Belgian point. He'll have a chance to make up for that here. And he'll return with a service ace of his own. Calmly done to the far side. Another hit out of bounds from Belgium. Australia happy to take any points they'll get. They lead 9-7 here in the second set of this best of 5 President's Cup matchup. Oh, what a tricky shot. Nicely done. Van Mel. He's got a few tricks up his sleeve. And the deep strike. Mattis Van Ranst mishandled by the Australian defense, and we're all knotted up here at 9 apiece. Which team can provide the critical moment? Lewis Jupp sizing up the defense, going deep to the middle. That's an excellent coverage there by Belgium, but incorrectly letting that one fall out of bounds to set up another set point for the Wombats. That ball taken directly out of the air, but too far, putting his teammate under duress and giving the point to Belgium. And Jupp comes back again with another service point. Another opportunity to close out the set for the Wombats. Sporting their nice yellow jerseys. Short ball to the middle, covered by Emlyn Evans. The set from Lewis Jupp is high, but a little bit off. Belgium needs to manage the height and spin here. That's really nice from them. Short ball covered again by Evans. Oh, and some slipping happening. Really slippery field. That's a really nice shot. Handled nicely there by Mattis Van Ranst. When he gets a hold of them, they do go pretty fast, I have to say. But they need to get more good looks for their strikers in order to see more of that. And another service point. Lewis Jupp going on the near side, attacking that right arm of Joran Van Mel. Pressure serve coming here. Belgium's number 6. This time Louis Jupp keeps that one in the field nicely. Nila Pudal happy to take a direct ball set from 6 meters. And Australia, excuse me folks, it's been a long few days. Australia takes set number 2 by a score of 13-11. One more to go for Australia to set up a potential matchup in the next round versus Namibia or Japan. Match last night to end the day between Japan and Australia. A really fun one. Teams duking it out, having a great time, showing some really good moments and better sportsmanship and camaraderie. So Belgium starts off set 3 with a point. Louis Jupp still adjusting to the field conditions here. Facing a lot of serves by Belgium. Short ball comes up high. Nice set there from Emily Evans. Ooh, it didn't bounce as high as Louis Jupp wanted. And the strike from Mattis Van Ranst into the field, bouncing twice ahead of Josh Bevis. That's a nicely placed serve on the near touchline. Louis Jupp getting some nice contact on that one. Just around 6 p.m. here local time, and fans enjoying a nice long day of World Championship Fistball action. Belgium off to a 3-1 lead to start things off. Let's see if Australia can take advantage of the free ball. Sets over the line, and Pudal maybe should have let that one go. Australia's got some points to make up here. That won't help though. Lewis Jupp sending that one out of bounds, and Coach Milne will take a moment to talk things over with his team. Again, Belgium only found out a mere couple of days before the first match of the World Championship that the team from India would be unable to make the trip over. And they got together and decided that despite their lack of real serious training recently, that they would still put their best foot forward and send Belgium's best to compete. So we're happy to have them here. Another nice shot from Mattis van Ranst. Belgium starting to get into a rhythm now, taking a commanding 6-1 lead. Again, these two teams are looking to keep improving, keep building. We certainly see moments of that from both of these teams. That direct set is better from Emlyn Evans, and Poudal will put away the effort from his countryman. Set from out of bounds ended up falling okay for Lewis Jupp, who sends it over, but Australia needs to defend here, and that one just landing on top of the pole. Belgium earning another point, 7-2 now. Will we see any tactical changes here on the side of Australia with a 5-point deficit now? That ball's out. A bit too much power on serve from Neela Poudal. Server getting instruction from his coach, Chris Milne. The Australians have their own system of describing locations on the field to serve to, frequently training in parks and local clubs, but using different kinds of markers on the field, sometimes soda bottles and cans, whatever they can find, really. Or colored objects, and they will often use that as call-outs for the servers to hit to. Nice set from Emlyn Evans, falling 1 meter. Struck well, but will this stay in bounds? It barely does. Neela Poudal hitting from 5 meters. Back and forth we go. Well struck out of the air from Neela Poudal, sending that one to the back line for another point for Australia. That ball just grazing the line. For another point for Australia. Can they mount a comeback here in the later stages of set number 3? Or can Belgium stick it out and make the final 3 points they need? First touch sent up to set up his teammate. It's going to be nice for Belgium. And the number 6, Joran van Mel, puts that one away really nicely. Good first touch from Martin van Stee. Deep shot to the back. This one's got to go over, and it is sent over. Mila Pudal just really quick and able to cover a lot of ground. And that's what you want if you're Australia. Just keep sending the ball over and wait for a mistake from your opponent. Unlucky for Belgium there. Making good contact, but just getting a little bit underneath it. Van Mel to the corner. Well covered by John Yao, returning Australian national team member. And a nice put away there. Lewis Jupp. The assist from Hamlin Evans on the direct ball was a nice one. And Australia with a little bit of momentum here as Belgium take a moment to talk things over. Head coach Hartmut Mouse calling timeout for his red jelly fists. Out of the timeout. Serve from Van Ranst is enough to force the defensive error. Setting up the set point for Belgium. Short ball covered by Belgium, sent over on 2. And that's the set. Belgium will take the third set by a score of 11-7. Early mistakes from Australia costing them that set, so we'll head into a 4th set in this best of 5. We've seen some really hard-fought battles here today. Denmark and Namibia going 5 sets. So a couple of 4-set matches. We see another 4-set match again here today. Always love to see good competition. See a couple of changes for Australia as Lewis Jupp exits, as well as Josh Bevis, and we'll see John Morley entering the game and taking over service. We'll also see Tom Watkin for the first time this game. That ball was really well struck, but just a bit too much. So it goes out the back for a point for Australia. First touch on defense for John Morley is enough to set up a hit for his strike partner Neil Pudal. Belgium able to keep that in play though. Australia looking to take advantage here. He might take this on 2. He does not. Sets up his teammate. And a well-placed ball. Smart play from Big John Morley. Nice soft touch on the direct ball set. It's a good push from the back. John Yo able to set John Morley up to send it to the back line. Oh, and that ball landing in play. Mattis van Ranst continuing to attack that back line. Still need to get a hand on the ball, even if you think it's going out. Belgium scrambling here. Able to strike from distance and just a bit short into the line for another Australian point. Neil Pudal hitting inside the server's line. Great connection. Contact on the ball there was perfect. Another Australia point. Well set up by Emlyn Evans. Belgium taking a timeout in the early stages of set number 4. Australia enjoying a 3-point lead. always want to take a moment to take a look at each of these federations and see how they're progressing from one world championship to the next. And credit to the Australian team, coaching staff, real students of the game, studying so much film and applying that into their training, trying to do things the right way, put out a good brand of fistball. And we've seen that from the Wombats. Out of the timeout, Belgium responding with a nice service point. That ball just a bit too long from John Morley. Like I said, Belgium, a late addition to the tournament, so tough to gauge their true expectations as far as placement goes. A lot of these guys really just hoping to play their best, and any victories they can find, they'll take. Another deep ball, but that one's too long. Australia with another point. Nice first touch from John Yaw, but the skip away from the setter. Sent over by Belgium, but an opportunity here for Australia. Hamlin Evans, high direct ball. John Morley not getting the contact he was looking for there. As Belgium able to reply. That's a nice set and a great put away by Joran van Mel. Van Mel had every option available to him there. Good stuff from Belgium. Australia's got to do a better job taking advantage of those easy balls. Another great serve to the back line. John Morley. More often than not, you have a higher success rate when you hit it deeper into the field. Short ball, good coverage from Neil Podol. He's been really quick on defense, reliable for the Wombats. It's a good set, just bounced back a little bit. Oh, and it makes it over. Australia scrambling now. The set from John Yaw is well off the line, and Tom Watkin coming out of the back. That ball well short of the line. Morley, deep corner. Opportunity here for Belgium. And we see a carbon copy of the last point. First touch from Podol out of the air, sent over the line. And Joran van Mel says, yeah, I think I'll take a swing at this one. Even game midway through the fourth. Nice first touch to the front. Belgian point. Excellent first touch from Jory Mertens in the back corner. He's been getting some nice touches in as of late. Long way to go for John Yao, and that's difficult for anyone. Getting it out of the air from behind the back line on the third touch. So Belgium taking the lead now, 8-6. Australia can't afford to have a lapse of concentration here. And Belgium's gonna look to continue to build momentum as they're starting to get more good looks in attack. Nice serve out of the timeout by Lewis Jupp, who re-enters the game for John Morley. We also see a switch in the defense, the side of the field. John Yao and Tom Watkins switching sides. Short ball, and that one falls for a Belgian point. Unfortunate for Australia, the first step from Nilapudal was back, not forward. Good switch up there from Joran van Melt. And that'll fall for an Australian point. They're down one though. 9-8 to Belgium. Another short ball successful for Belgium. And they'll get another set point. Some work to do here for the Wombats. They make one up here, but they're gonna need some defense here turned into offense. They've been unable to return the last few serves. It's a nice first touch from Nilapudal. How's the set from Emlyn Evans? It's good enough to hit, putting Belgium under duress. Chance to put it away here. Sending it deep to the back line, taken out of the air. Nilapudal, this time the set goes over the line, so chance here for Belgium to counter. Could this be the moment for Mattis van Ranst? It is. Belgium wins set number 4. And we're treated to another game 5 here on the main field at Rhein-Neckar Stadium in Mannheim. Seemed as though Australia just dropped their concentration levels a little bit in that last frame. But give credit to Belgium. They did what they had to do. Controlled the ball when they needed to. Had some decent pressure on the serve. And a few really nice sets that were put away by the strikers. Anything can happen here in the deciding Game 5. Who will move on to the next round? Really nice serve to the back line from Lewis Jupp. Oh, what a save. But not enough from the Belgians to keep it alive. Bert Stolen did well to track that one down off the arm of his teammate, Jory Mertens, in the back. It's a nice set from Emlyn Evans. Sent over the line. Neela Pudal with another return winner. Had a long way to go to get to that one, but he did manage to get on the end of it. Good first touch from Lewis Jupp. Nice set. Ooh, that took a bad bounce. Unfortunate for the Wombats. First touch really fast to the front and mishandled. Chance for Belgium here. Oh, and that ball just rolling into the line. Stood up nicely for a strike, but Emlyn Evans always wanting to set the ball if possible. Nice hustle there on the defense of Belgium. Opportunity here for Australia. Need to care the first touch. They do. Oh, and that one just turned into the line. Neela Pudal just trying to turn it to that far sideline. That serve from Lewis Jupp, enough to earn a point for Australia. Bouncing in front of the outstretched arm of Martin van Stee. That serve turned out of bounds. Too much on the serve by Joran van Melt. Down the home stretch of the deciding Game 5. Who can play the cleaner final moments of the match? Good hustle there from John Yao. And again from Nila Pudal, saving it out of bounds. Sent over. Australia still alive in this point. The crowd lets him hear it. That set might be too close. No, it's saved and struck well. Direct set for Louis Jupp. He just guides that one over for a short ball. And put away there by number 3, Matthijs van Ranst. Van Ranst sending a couple really nice balls over that last point, despite the really nice defensive effort of Australia. Wonderful strike to the near side. Really tight matchup here as we approach the midpoint of the final frame. Nice high set from Evans. Louis Jupp happy to just send that to the back using the field. But Belgium can reply. Oh, and the bounce just kicked up too much. Tom Watkin just misjudging that one a little bit. Five all in the last set. Belgium an opportunity here. Can they capitalize? Not enough to get over though. And we'll switch sides. Belgium taking a 6-5 lead. Let's go. And we'll see the introduction of Jackson Cousins into the match. Going into defense for Australia. 19-year-old will have to come up big here if Australia hope to stay in this match. Ball in hand for Joran van Melt. Goes with the short ball. Nice coverage there from Louis Jupp. Nila Pudal taking that directly out of the air. That set's tight. Just poked to the back line. And point for Belgium there. Australia struggling defensively at the moment. Really need to lock in here. Belgium aren't just going to roll over. That ball, though, struck from distance and into the line. Cutting the Australian deficit to 1. Big push to the back line. First touch from Jackson Cousins. Sends it out of play. Nilipudol unable to control it. 8-6 for Belgium. Only 3 points to make. What can Louis Jupp come up with here? He's gotta get some more depth on those balls, but lucky break for Australia. 2 Belgian players colliding there. And the ball put away there from Nilipudol. Set up nicely there. First touch from Jackson Cousins sent over the line first time. Direct ball opportunity here for Belgium, and it drops in for a short ball. Point Belgium. Time running out. Final points of the match. Really tight contest. That's a nice serve from Louis Jupp. Sending it to the far side of the field. That ball not bouncing much at all off of the slippery field. Deep ball to the back line. Kept alive. And Australia putting pressure on Belgium now. Set just staying playable for Belgium. These are really tight margins. That set's too far though. And out of play. Belgium with the match point. Leading 10-9. This would be massive for the Belgians if they can close this one out. Heartbreaking for Australia as they were leading 2-0. Wonderful serve that time from Louis Jupp, hitting it behind the Belgian attacker. Good composure from the young Australian. True sudden death fistball now in the final set. First to win by 2. That ball just landing inbounds. Nice high set. What can Louis Jupp do with this one? Sends it deep and mishandled by the Belgian defense. Just giving Bert Stolen fits in the back corner. Now we have a match ball for Australia. up 11-10. What will Joran van Mel do here? Sends it deep. And Jackson Cousins hits that off the side of his arm, out of play. Belgium tie the game up yet again. Back and forth we go. This is very tense on the sideline here. First ball under control for Belgium. Mattis van Ranst to the corner, and the touch again from Jackson Cousins. Not getting the control he wanted. Out of bounds. And now we have a match ball for Belgium. Impossible to call who will come away with this win. That's too far. And Belgium, coming back from 2 games down, will defeat Australia. What a story. Congratulations to Belgium. Late additions to the tournament. They are victorious here against the Wombats. Such a tough loss for the team from Australia. But still plenty of fistball left to play in the tournament for both of these teams. Belgium will end up playing the winner of Japan and Namibia, being held later today. And Australia will play the loser of that match. Wow, what a game. A full 5 sets here under the lights in Mannheim. We hope you stick with us as we continue fistball action. The next match will be Japan taking on Namibia. We hope you stay with us. We'll see you soon for the next match here from Mannheim.